everyone and welcome back. If you are new here then hello, my name is Zoe and this is my YouTube channel. You could probably guess by the title that I am so sick today. I've got the worst flu ever and I feel horrendous, but I'm making it into a positive experience today. Today I'm going to do a freshen up your sick day makeup tutorial because this is the time of year where everybody's getting sick. We're all getting the flu. There's so many germs going around and sometimes we can't just hide away inside. We have to go to work, we have to go to school. I don't want to go out looking like this today. So today it's going to be really simple and really easy just to freshen up this whole situation going on. And if you can sit and put up listening to this voice for the rest of this video, then thank you very much for watching. If not, I will be back on form in my next tutorial, I promise. So don't forget to like and subscribe as well, and we'll just get straight into it. First of all, we're going to do skincare first. My skin, especially when I am sick, it's just even more dry and even more dehydrated. So I do try and drink a lot of water. I've got a nice mug of tea just to help my voice get through today's video because I had no voice at all this morning. First thing that I do, but I have done already, is use some eye drops just so my eyes aren't too dry. These are the Optrex intensive eye drops and these are the pink ones for dry eyes and these are amazing. These are like really hydrating. They're really nice. I already hate my voice, I'm so sorry. First thing that I'm going to use is this hyaluronic acid from the Ordinary, and it comes in like a little pipette and I usually use about 2 to 3 drops. So I just put it in both my hands and then just press it all over. Then anything that I've got left, I just rub into the back of my hands, just to save wasting any. And for my actual moisturiser, I'm going to use this, which is my favourite. It's the Roche Posay Toleriane Ultra Fluid. This is really nice for really dry and like sensitive skin. So again, I'll just pop that all over. And you can also use this around the eyes as well because it's a face and eye cream, so that's like a 2-in-1 for me. And then the very last thing that I will use is the Badescu, the cucumber and green tea spray, just to freshen me up a little bit, and it also smells amazing. And you can see that's already starting to give like a nice glow to the skin. So next I will just pop a little bit of lip balm on because when I'm sick, especially this time of year, my lips just get so dry. If I haven't already, I did do this last night. If your lips are super dry, use like a lip scrub first to just get all the dead skin off them. But I did that last night with the Jeffree Star lip scrub. They're really nice. I don't need to do that because my lips aren't sort of too bad this morning. So I'm going to use the Kheils Cranberry Lip Balm. And I really like this because it gives a nice like gloss to the lips as well, and it's really comfortable. Just to give that all time to soak in nicely, I'm going to do my brows next. So for my brow pencil, I'm going to use the Brunette NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I will either use just a brow gel on its own or fill them in with a pencil as well, but to be fair, it doesn't really take me that long to do a little bit of pencil. I just think if your brows are done and they look nice, then no one's even going to notice that you're sick. So I mainly just sort of fill in underneath, and it's the tail of mine really that need the most filling in. I'll just kind of define the tail a little bit more and then just give them a really big brush through because I do like mine to look really fluffy. Next, I'm just going to set them in place with some brow gel. This is from Primark, it's in dark brown. Because this is so new, I do find that a lot comes out. So what I've been tending to do just recently is just scraping as much as I can back into the pot and just wipe off like most of the excess first and then brush it through my brows because sometimes it can come off just a little bit too heavy for me. Okay, so let's move on to base now. I think when you're sick, the best thing to do is just make your skin look really like bright and fresh and glowing because when you are sick, especially me, I just look so dull, very pale, like no colour to me at all, and just really like dry and dehydrated. So we need to pick that up a little bit. So the first thing that I'm going to use is the MAC Strobe Cream, just as a little illuminator underneath and This also acts as a moisturiser as well, so it's just a little bit of extra hydration. And then I'm not going to be using a foundation today because when I'm ill, I want to make the least effort that I can. I don't want to be faffing with like a big makeup routine. We're going to keep this simple and really easy. So I'm just going to be using concealer for my base. So let's pop a little bit of this on first. So mainly popping this onto the high points of my face just to give that bit more of a glow. I need a little bit of extra help today. And then for concealer, I'm going to start with a colour corrector under my eyes because they always look so dark when I'm sick. So I'm going to use this little colour correcting palette from Rimmel. It's called Insta Conceal and Correct, and I'm just going to use this salmony one with my finger to make them look a little bit brighter. And I'm using my finger because I feel like with cream concealers it just helps them blend a little bit, warms them up a little bit. If you have any little home remedies for when you're sick and when you have the flu, then please let me know, because I'm not really one of them people that like to take like medication or like tablets or anything, because I don't really find that they do anything. So if you've got any home remedies to help me get through this flu, then please let me know. I will be very, very grateful. Okay, that's looking better already. Then for my actual concealer, I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution, the Super Size Concealer in C5. So I'm just going to use this as my base because I don't want to faff around with foundation. I'm ill and I just want an easy routine. So I'm just going to pop some of this underneath my eyes. I quite often actually just use this as my foundation when I can't be bothered to use an actual foundation, and it works amazing. And then definitely around my nose because I've been blowing my nose, so that's really red there. And then just to the centre of my forehead, a bit down my nose, and just a bit along my jawline. So I'm going to use a brush because I feel like this is just going to really blend it into the skin and just look a little bit more natural. I'm not looking for amazing coverage, I just want my skin just to look a little bit brighter, a bit more even, and we can put a little bit more colour back into the skin so it doesn't look as dull as it looks now. Around my eyes, I'm just using a smaller brush and around my nose. And then any excess, I'll just go over my eyelids as well, just to cancel out any redness or anything. Okay, so now we've kind of evened everything out, we need to put some colour back into the skin now. So I'm going to use a cream bronzer. I do prefer, especially when I feel like dog rough or like I am now, I do prefer to use more creams than powders just because I'm just more comfortable that way. It just makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. I feel like the skin then looks a little bit more natural and a bit more fresh and a bit more glowing, because I do want to keep the nice glow to the skin. So for my cream bronzer, I'm going to use my Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel. Absolutely love this. This looks just so natural as well, so I'll sort of come down onto my contour and then onto my cheeks just to add a little bit more colour. Believe it or not, I did put a little bit of tan on last night, but I think my skin is just so dull you can't even tell today. If you're also suffering with the flu at the moment, please leave me a comment. We can suffer together. I'm hoping it's gone by the weekend because I've actually got a lot on this weekend, so after this I think I'm just going to rest for a little bit, drink some more tea, and hopefully I'll feel a little bit better tomorrow. Okay, so just to set my under eyes, I'm just going to use a little bit of this powder. This is the Insta Fix and Matte Powder. I just want to take the shine off and just set the concealer just underneath my eyes. And I'm also just going to tap this a little bit over my eyelid as well, just to set that concealer. The rest I want to sort of keep quite dewy, so I'll just go over my nose area, anywhere which you want to just take the shine off a little bit. And I am going to go in with a little bit of powder bronzer, but I'm going to use my Milani Baked Bronzer. This is in the shade Glow, and this is an illuminating bronzer, so it's quite sheer, but it still gives a nice glow to the skin as well. This is my everyday bronzer as well. Absolutely love it. And it's going to add even more freshness to our face. Just going to tap that over where we've applied that cream bronzer. And this is kind of going to set that area as well, so We're setting but not taking the glow away. I want to look as glowy as possible today. Okay, and then for blush, I'm going to use the Baked Blush from Milani. Again, this is Luminoso, which is my favourite. But again, this is more of like a glowy blush, so tap that onto our cheeks. And I'm tapping rather than rubbing around because underneath is a lot more wet because we haven't set that area with an actual setting powder. That's base pretty much done apart from highlighter now. So for eyes, if I'm sick, and especially day to day anyway, I don't even do a lot of eye makeup, but just to brighten them a little bit, I'll just do a little bit of shadow and a little bit of mascara. So if you don't want to use like an eyeshadow palette, if you can't be bothered with all that jazz, just use your bronzer and then your highlight. So I'm just going to go in with my Milani bronzer and I'll just pop some of this just through my crease, just so it matches my cheek. It doesn't have to be anything neat or anything fancy at all. And just literally just blending it straight through my socket. Okay, then the highlighter that I'm going to be using will be Soft and Gentle from MAC. So I'm just going to take a bit of that just on my finger. And I'm just going to apply this just on my eyelids. And then I'm also going to do a little bit in this inner corner just to brighten them up a little bit. And then just underneath my brow as well. And for mascara, I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I'm only going to pop some on my top lashes, not my bottom. See the difference? Okay, I'm already feeling like I look a million times better, and that actually makes me feel a little bit better as well. So we just need to do highlighter and lips now, I think. So again, going back in with Soft and Gentle, just adding a little bit more glow to our cheeks. Like we're glowing from within, even though we're dying inside. Okay, now for lips, I'm just going to do a little bit of pencil just to fill them in and line them a little bit, make them just look a little bit more plump, and then literally just the same lip balm over the top. And then for lip pencil, I'm just using Spice from MAC. I do like to overline mine. And literally that same lip balm on the top. So that completes today's Freshen Up Your Sick Day and makeup tutorial. Hopefully I won't be sick anymore next week, so I'll be on top form then. But thank you very much for sticking with me through this video. I know my voice is really annoying. But if you have, then please leave a comment, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you next week in my next one. Bye!